week on Get a Grip.
We're makeup free, bitches! Woo! Burn your bras and your mascara wands.
Wimbledon's turned into the Magaluf Weekender.
And she vomited into the hat while play was going on. So she's sitting there like that.
No.
We're trying to get our heads around the women's Euros. Mary Marps. Is that her name?
I think it's Marps.
Fuck.
Somebody help us, please. And we're crunching the numbers on the Bezos wedding. Spoiler alert, it's fucking grim.
35 million in the end they paid for that wedding. More than 1,000 times the British average salary.
Brilliant.
I just vomited in my mouth. All of that coming up right now. Hello and welcome to Get a Grip with me, Angela Scanlon.
And me, Vicky Patterson.
This is the podcast, as you know, where we get loud about the realities of womanhood. We make sense of the mad and sometimes maddening world around us.
And basically dive headfirst into the chaos of life. No filter, no apologies, and absolutely no fucks given.
So if you're sick of being told to pipe down, calm down, or dare I say,
get a grip, then you're exactly where you need to be.
Grab a drink, pull up a chair, take off your sweaty bra and shove it in the fridge.
The ad-libs about bras will never.
I love that idea of actually putting your bra in the fridge. You know the way you put a face mask in the fridge? Put your knickers in the freezer. Oh, dream. Icicle vag. Make it happen. We're makeup free.
I know, babe. So actually, I have a weird take on it. It feels like we're not doing the podcast. It feels like we're doing a rehearsal because we are makeup free, and that's how I normally do my stuff.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I know. And subsequently, I feel really relaxed.
You look relaxed. Your skin is also sublime.
Thank you so much. I think
She's very glowy, lads.
my body knew instantly. It was like, oh, makeup free, you say, and it gave me a spot on my chin. Spot which I'm a bit frustrated about because it had been quite nice. I knew you were just going to look exactly the fucking same without your makeup.
Babe.
You do. No, you do. No, listen, not being sycophantic. I'm calling a spade a spade. Stunning.
Thanks,
You're
babes.
welcome.
Look at us go. We could just ditch them off.
I would absolutely do. I would make this a regular thing if you're into it.
I'm actually fine with that.
Like, I think I've underestimated how sitting in that chair for so long actually might put me in a bit of a bad mood.
Kills the vibe. Also, I do think, because we posted about this on Instagram, we're like, do we want to do this? Lots of people were like, 2 hours in glam, as if we were putting on mascara to head to the office. Like, it's a slightly different gig. I'm not saying that glam of that length of time is normal day to day.
Yeah.
Like, when you're heading out for a dog walk,
Yeah.
you're not spending 2 hours in glam.
No, I mean, I look like this on a day to day. Like, if I'm not working, if I'm not interfacing with the great British public, I do just look completely normal. But I read something recently, mate, that was like very sobering. Apparently women waste 2.5 years of their life doing their makeup. And I think that's a normal glam. So I think that's very much just like a bit of concealer, a bit of makeup, like, you know, popping on your Benefit skin tint. I actually think ours will be significantly more.
I feel like you spent 2.5 years last year.
Oh, but I think it's ostentatious. I think it's out of control. And now I'm like, crikey Moses, we'll put so much gravity on, living my life to the full and doing everything we want and, you know, spending time with the people who matter. And I am literally spending the vast majority of my life in a makeup chair. Not that I don't love my team, but that's criminal.
But they're about to get sacked.
Yeah. So lads, you're going to have to find another way to pay that mortgage.
But it is nice. It's refreshing, guys.
It is.
Unleash
especially in
your
this heat.
milk stems, but also your eyeballs. Because a lot of the time, for me as a redhead, it's like, oh, she's got no eyelashes. I'm fine with it. Apparently, it's a new trend.
You do still have eyelashes.
But they're blonde. They're like, you know.
Milo's eyelashes are blonde.
Oh, you compare my children to the dogs all the time. I draw a line, okay? I draw a line.
Sassy.
Saturday kitchen. Sweaty as hell.
What, Saturday kitchen?
Yeah, and we were not makeup free.
No.
The bloody makeup was dripping off my face by the end of it. I misjudged it with that zippy.
You did.
Oh, dear God.
You don't often get it wrong. You're a fashionista. I'm in awe. But when you rocked up in that fucking cagoule, I thought, it's a rookie mistake.
Well, you know it when the cameramen are like, you all right in that jacket? I'm like, no, I'm not all right in that jacket. I'm sweating buckets. I was over like, whoosh,
I've made a mistake.
Oh, I made a mistake. It looked good though. Great colour.
Did look brilliant.
Colour. It was fun though.
I feel like I got a lot of comments about people being like, God, does Vicky not get fed? Has Vicky got worms? I'm a grown lass, right? And I love me scran. And like, not to make it deep, I'm just going to say it's 2025. I thought we were past shaming women for fucking having a healthy appetite.
Yeah. I agree.
Counterproductive.
So feel around, babes. Get it down you.
Yes.
Also, I think what people forget is you get up, you spend 2 hours in glam, you're bleeding hanging by a thread by the time you make it onto that thing.
I know.
Like the show is on at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You haven't eaten. You've probably been up since 5 a.m. Which slightly kills the old
atmosphere vibe.
Exactly that. And then they give you sherry on an empty stomach. So of course you're going to hoover up whatever's in front of you. And
it is like the food is so good. It's good. Like going to like a great restaurant and being like, oh no, I'm fine.
I'm going to sit this one out.
No. It's Saturday kitchen. The whole point is to be fun and get have something to eat. And I think, I don't know, I'm happy. I'm happy with how I presented myself.
I'm happy with how you presented yourself too.
Yeah, that haters.
Yeah.
Fucking suck it.
Get it. Suck it. Suck it. Food was good though.
It was.
That ball game was a bit questionable towards the end. And I genuinely, as you well know, Vicky, I'm quite a competitive spirit. Oh my God, the comments I got that were like, your throw is pathetic.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
People will really troll you about anything these days, won't they? How dare you eat? How your throw's crap. That's weak sauce.
No, I know.
That's weak sauce.
Did you not?
At least call us a slag.
I know.
I miss the good old days.
You greedy slag. Did you see? I realise I'm such a little scrapper, more so on behalf of other people.
You're protective. You're mama bear.
God, I'm such a because I saw a few of those comments, because actually we're at 15k on our little Get a Grip Insta. I like
that.
A round number.
Well,
and so I don't know whether there was some sort of collaboration or whether we opened ourselves up to a new audience.
We did.
And there was a few lads now who didn't see us coming. And so on they went.
Hate to see two strong, opinionated women coming.
On they went to give VP a bit of jip about getting stuck into the chocolate buttons. And I went in at them.
Did you, babe?
Yeah. So I didn't block them either, because I think sometimes they need a little taste of their own medicine.
Yeah. I've learned from the best, Ange. And some people were saying things like, God, it was, the energy was a little bit chaotic. I feel like the men were a bit scared. And I was like, just a bit scared. We'll do better next time. Good note. Like I thought, play them at their own game. Because normally I'm just like, fuck off and block them. And I get I'm quite sensitive. But I'm being sassy back.
Do a sassy and passive aggressive and end with an X, so that if anyone thinks they're like, oh yeah, it just gives you a little bit of like, yeah, I quite enjoy also calling them out, because what I find across the board with these people who seek you out to like just shit on you, they usually don't know.
They have no jobs.
That, but also no ability to differentiate between your and your. So you'll find that most people who go for you do not know how to spell YOU''RE. They just lead with your in every instance. So I do a little bit of spell check.
Bit of grammar police.
I think it's just quite a nice way to...
So satisfying, Ange. Yeah.
That's all I've got to give.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm like, yeah. I go to their level.
I thought you looked sensational at Wimbledon.
Oh, merci beaucoup.
It's a big public stage, that one, mate.
It's a big one, isn't it?
And I think you got it so right, especially in the heat, Ange. I just want to take my hat off to you. Like, I was working yesterday in and out of aircon. When I wasn't in aircon, I was fucking miserable, mate.
I get very ratty.
Oh, yeah, same.
I get very ratty.
You're not built for it, mate.
I'm not built. My genetics haven't caught up with this level of climate change. Do you know? It's just gonna
remind. I miss the north.
I miss the rain. I like a good temperate day.
Oh,
you know,
I love nothing more than sitting in the house when it's like raining outside and a little bit cool and just getting snuggly like this. I don't know what to do with this.
No, sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
That's what I like. April 24th. That's the perfect
date.
It? Yeah, not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light sweater.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. Yeah, so I would have liked that, but there was no sweaters at Wimbledon. What there was,
Is there any goss?
it smelt of hummus.
What?
Okay. It was unexpected for me too, because I imagined in that heat it would smell of other things.
Yeah.
But there was, because it's quite like, ooh, people
Bougie.
brought lunch boxes, which again, I just have a real issue with lunch boxes.
In the heat?
Generally, but when they're sweaty, worse.
Oh, nah, I cannot.
But like once you're past 9, I would say, like why are you bringing a lunchbox out with you?
That's the lunchbox cut off.
Some lad opened a lunchbox in front of me with quite a bougie sandwich that looked like it had piccalilli and some sort of like cheese. And it was on a baguette, like it wasn't a loaf.
Yeah.
And I thought, what are you doing?
God, he's really pissed you off, hasn't he?
Behind me, chomping on hummus. Every so often I'll get a waft of it. It literally turned my stomach. And then I looked over. There was a woman, I shared this on Instagram. There's a woman
No, I seen her.
lying like this with a fan. And I thought, oh, she's a bit of me. And I did sneakily take a picture of her.
I commented. I said, she's me. She's everyone.
But she then, now she was well prepared.
Was she pissed?
She must have been.
must have been.
I gave her the benefit of the doubt and I thought, oh, bit of heat stroke. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Then, which also, you know, could be related to heat stroke, whipped out, like bringing a sick bag with you on the tube. She whipped out a little kind of carton that looked like a small child's hat.
Right.
And she vomited into the hat while play was going on. So she's sitting there like that.
No.
Vomiting into that. No, it gets worse, okay? Her
can't
friend
believe-
is literally sitting beside her going, this old fucking chestnut again now. You're a woman, I can't bring her anywhere. They proceeded, because they have to wait until play stops.
Yes, you
can't
do.
just leave.
I remember that.
And so she waited. And then what did she do? She left her little bucket of sick under under her chair. At which point I was like, no, sorry, no.
Did you tell her?
I did.
Good for you.
I said, babe, with respect, I know you are not feeling good, but we're all trying to contain our dry retching while you're getting sick. So please take your little bucket of sick with you.
And what was the reaction? Was she at least
I mean, it was her friend I actually tackled because she had already gone and was being kind of dealt with by medics. But then I followed them.
oh my God.
Because I wanted to know what had happened.
You needed
I
the
was
info.
like, exactly. I thought, okay, if she's legit fainting, and I heard the friend going, we'll go back to the suite, please. And I thought, she's after hitting the Pims early.
Yeah, absolutely,
gone
mate.
straight to her head.
You got to watch what you do in that sort of weather, mate. And she's definitely been on it. The heat's played a part, don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
But turning Wimbledon into Magaluf Weekender, that's a fucking disgrace.
It's not the one.
No, it's terrible. Even I've been a couple of times and I've never managed to lower the tone that much. So hats off to you,
Well,
random blonde woman.
You're going this week.
Yes, I'm going tomorrow.
Boosh.
It's cooler. It's cool
Is
down.
it going to be
10 degrees, honestly. I know.
10 degrees cooler or 10 degrees flat?
10 degrees cooler.
Okay, great.
10 degrees cooler.
I was like, Jesus, that's a scary swing, isn't
No,
it?
no. Significantly cooler. And honestly, I need it, mate, because I just don't do well. I'll end up going home.
Oh, you what?
I'll end up going home.
I don't go.
It's actually Ganyem.
Ganyem.
But I thought you'd not get that. So.
I wouldn't have, but I will now. She's writing notes. She's got a full Vogue cab coming up. But I have to say, Wimbledon, the dream. Alcaraz.
And I have to say, because I think you're too modest and you won't bring it up, Angela's in Vogue.
I am.
No, mate, that's a fucking big moment. And if you don't, I didn't think you were going to bring it up, so I thought I have to. You looked amazing. You nailed the attire, so I think you deserved it. My best dressed yesterday.
Babe, thank you. You have to say it. But thank you.
I mean it.
I think the key is wear your hair off your neck.
I was going to anyway.
Yeah, good.
I was going to anyway.
Good. But yeah, quite a cute little moment. I was trying to casually just go, oh, I just screenshotted this picture. The banner is Vogue.
And as well, you've got your Pims, you just look so tennis girl coded.
Oh, you know me, nailing a pint of Pims at 10 a.m. Oh, she's bougie. Right, Gagglers, we want to know what you are up to. Email us. hello@getagriplove.com. Who was your best dressed at Wimbledon? Instagram
Better be Angela.
@getagriplove. Or you can WhatsApp us 07457411037.
And after the break, we're talking about football.
Are we? Oh, apparently. apparently it's the Women's Euros. We know that, don't we?
We do know that. Big up the girls.
Yeah.
And we've also got some unfinished business with the Bezos-Sánchez wedding.
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, but not in the right way.
Right, we'll get back to it after the break.
Welcome back. It's time for What in the World is Going On.
Did you like me dance?
I like that one. There was like an undulating
I was trying.
texture to it.
Full body belly dance.
Like the worm, but static. Okay, so before we delve into Sanchez by Bezos, because I feel like we should switch them around. Anyway.
I hate them both equally, so fine.
It's fine. We're going to chat about football. Go on.
Lads. Oh, should I say? Lasses.
Yes. Because Women's Euros have started.
Do you know what, mate? I'm going to absolutely hold my hands up and admit me ignorance. And I want to be more invested because I am so female empowerment. I am so equal opportunities. I am so what they're doing and achieving is incredible. But I'm just not that interested in football.
I know, but I think there's work to be done.
There is.
Like if you look at off the back of Wimbledon, one of the only sports where they're paid the same.
Really?
Men and women. And I would imagine the discrepancy between payment for women and male footballers is the most.
It's huge. Well, did you not hear that story about Ian Wright?
I love Ian Wright
I
so
actually
much.
I actually do too. He was paying a female footballer he knew got injured in some way. And I think he was paying for a rehab. He was helping a family. Can you imagine I don't even know. I couldn't even name you a good footballer. Erkan likes Ronaldo. Can you imagine Ronaldo?
Oh, he's quite old school. Is that fecker still playing?
He's fucking is, you know.
Is he?
Honestly, I ever seen him with his fucking top off and all.
Yeah.
Not to be objectifying any men because then I would be no worse than a man. But he's still in wicked nick.
Yeah.
Still in wicked nick. But imagine him hurting his foot, right? And he needs Ian Wright to step in and pay his fucking
I know, he needs
plaster
a grant.
bills. Yeah, no, it would never happen. So I think
disgrace.
that is illuminating in itself. You're definitely right. There's a huge discrepancy and there's a lot of work to be done, despite the fact that they're smashing it on the field and, bringing it home and doing all these incredible
Because they
things.
actually did.
They did.
Not like the others who were just banging on about it relentlessly and never actually delivering the goods.
Wanging on for about 80 years now.
And I would wonder whether actually, rather than bumping up the pay of the female footballers, we just want to dock the lads' pay and pay them per goal or per game. Maybe there's an incentivized situation. Because I would argue that they've got so much wedge that they forget they actually have to do the dance.
Yeah, listen, I am all for bringing their wages down. I think it's absolutely outrageous. And when you think you've got so many listen to me, I do a bit of grafting at a food bank up north, and there's a woman comes in, I love her. She's a teaching assistant and she is looking after people's kids. She's teaching people's kids. She has to come to a food bank to get her eggs and meat. Come on, mate. You're telling me someone just because they can fucking run for 90 minutes and whack a ball into the back of a net, they deserve that money. I just think you're so onto something.
And the thing is, I suppose we can reduce it to that, and then you realise, the reason they get paid that much is because the jersey with their name on it creates sales of this, that, and the other. But we know their names because they're on the telly all the time. So actually this kind of coverage of the Euro and exposure of those female footballers then presumably equates to jersey sales, which increases the value of the club, which you would imagine trickles down to their pay.
Yeah. We've gone down a very we've gone down a very consumerist route here, and I actually think we've potentially veered away from goals. Do you think we need someone to help us understand what it's actually about? Because I think we've talked about everything but football, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
So if anybody is listening and has any inside info, could help me and Ange, because we're woefully ignorant on the subject.
Speak for yourself. Marps. Mary Marps. Is that her name?
I think it's Earps.
Fuck.
Somebody help us, please.
It's her Instagram handle, Earps.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just read it as Marps.
If anybody could come and give us a brief lesson, women's football for dummies. If any of the lionesses are listening, I actually think this podcast is right up your street. Get in touch, man.
Get in touch.
Get in touch.
Meanwhile, something we can talk about, although I'm actually already
Are you over it?
it.
I knew you were going to say that.
So saturated. Bezos-Sánchez, their wedding. Here's the guest list of shame. Shall we bang through it?
You go on.
The Kardashians, obviously, because where else would they be? Leonardo DiCaprio hiding his face like a little shame-filled bio.
Yeah, but do you know, honestly, I think he is the biggest curveball for me. So for the last...
Not really. He's such a creep.
Do you think? Well, yeah, I don't love the whole dating fucking children thing. That's quite clearly problematic. But in terms of his environmental standpoint, he's never been clearer. I've never seen the post anything other than a fucking polar bear on his Instagram. Do you know what I mean? And he acts like he's flying the flag and he's so self-righteous. And then all of a sudden, he's fucking standing there like at this wedding of this really... 95 private jets, Ange, right?
95
private jets. And he's got the cheek to stand there with polar bears on his Instagram.
2,007 tons of CO2.
What?
I mean, it's hard for me to understand what that actually means, but 90 private jets, that's what that'll do to you. 35 million in the end they paid for that wedding, more than 100 or more than 1,000 times the British average salary.
Brilliant.
I just vomited in my mouth. The collective wealth of the guests is 350 billion, which would solve UK homelessness 200 times over. And Lauren wore a $3.7 million necklace.
No.
231 times the average amount of savings in the UK. I mean, it was obscene in all levels. So apart from DiCaprio, who was like kind of exposed himself probably at the afters, I'm sure, as well as, you know, just being there. Ellie Goulding.
I know. Another
That was a
mad
weird
one.
one.
Oh, have they got any pals? Like, where's their pals?
I know.
Like, everyone at our wedding, I made this point at Irk, and I was like, I want, because he's really family orientated, and obviously Turkish Cypriot, big family. And he was really struggling to get the guest list down. And I said to him, babe, I says, we want people there who we've had double dates with. We want people there who have like seen our relationship grow, like held our hands at the good moments. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want people who love you there and who are going to be the first on the dance floor, loads of fun. I says, don't worry about, you know, public obligation.
The shiny people.
Exactly, or the obligation or whatever. Just have people going to be there. It fucking, the amount of money I spend on Amazon, I'm surprised I didn't get a fucking invite. Like, it's just absolutely obscene. And I think it speaks volumes that they had, to the best of my knowledge, no pals. Or maybe they're just, their pals weren't papped, which would make sense as well.
Yeah. Grim though. Imagine Sydney Sweeney. That was a weird one, I feel.
She's a big Trump supporter, so I'm not sure it was.
Is she?
Yeah, I mean, it
Oprah
makes
as well.
sense.
Usher. Ivanka Trump, obviously.
Not surprising.
Orlando Bloom. Katy Perry couldn't make it apparently, even though they've split after 9 years.
I think the only person, quickly, who had the decency to look a bit ashamed was Leonardo, right? And everybody else.
Do you read that as decency or as like self-aware? Like, I just think if you're that ashamed,
don't go.
Stay at home.
No, I'm with you. But all the rest of them were there in like all their like garb and regalia. Do you know what it gave us, Ange? The Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Like, it was like all the people from District 1, the capital, like in the outrageous get-ups, while the rest of the world is burning and starving. And it was just... It just felt really tone deaf.
They all felt, though, to me, so DiCaprio was actually hiding his mug, but like the rest of them did feel a bit
smug.
Look, did you think so? I thought there was an air of, oh, fuck it. I think this is going to come back and bite us in the arse.
Did you, babe? I didn't get that at all, mate. The whole thing gave me evil isn't hiding anymore. It's dancing on water and drinking champagne. Yeah. That's it. It just felt like the most ostentatious and really tacky show of wealth and just no awareness. Everything that's going. Do you know the Queen of Jordan was there? Who is Palestinian?
Queens.
No. I just think, not to fucking make this something it's not, but I just think you just showed your true colours.
And also, I do think that point of like money can buy you everything. Historically, it's a little bit of a gear change, but historically, you couldn't get in Vogue just by throwing a bit of wedge at it.
No.
She's now on the front cover. I'm sorry.
Here comes the bribe.
Here comes the bribe. Oh, nice. I like it. She's on the front cover of Vogue, which coincided with Anna Wintour.
Not an accident,
exiting the building.
Not an accident.
So here's my take.
Go on.
My hot take. Now that I've been in Vogue this week.
Can we just go direct to our correspondent from Vogue?
So there's two schools of thought
Hit me.
in my head running at the same time.
Of course there is.
Either Wintour was like, not on my fucking watch.
Yeah.
She battled till the end and they swooped in with their pre-shot thing because it like was launched on the day off. So she must have pre-shot her wedding in that dress and then worn the dress again. It was obviously sweaty. There was like, who knows?
I hadn't even thought of that, mate, but you're right. There's
It's
just
not
no
live.
way that production could have come together.
It didn't happen in the moment. Approval, all of that nonsense. So it was pre-shot, ready to go. So maybe they did it and sent in the pictures because it does not look like a Vogue cover. Like it's never looked like any Vogue cover that has ever happened in their life. It's like a Vogue shoot, but not a cover. Anyway, so either Wintour went, that's me, might drop it out. This is not done on my watch.
Yeah.
Or Wintour, who famously put celebrities. So up until then, magazine covers featured models selling
like
a
Vogue.
lifestyle
Yeah.
and a moment. And Wintour recognised that celebrity was now
Influence.
currency influence. And she was the one who I think had to fight really hard to put celebrities on the cover, which has completely changed the game and changed everything. So I wonder whether in some slightly ill-judged or she's getting on the right side of it in her mind, heading into her pensionable years, decided actually maybe it's not celebrity or fame, money. Billionaires are the ones you want to hitch your wagon to, and that was her little swan song. And somebody else thought, I think Anna's lost the fucking plot.
Yeah. I think there's so much gravity to both those series. I have some of my own
Go
as
on.
well. She knew she was getting the fucking heave-ho.
Do you think so?
So she went, fucking have this. As like, do you know what I mean? As like a bit of a, I think is like a final fuck you.
Do you think so?
I think it could be.
Okay.
Also, next theory, she knew she was going, so she took a massive bribe for this. Listen,
47 years at Vogue.
would you want to ruin your legacy? I wouldn't, but it depends, mate. Like what you've been saving, it depends. Is she a saving squirrel? Has she got the nut? Like, or has she been like
I'd say
spending
she's
it all
got
on
all the
little haircuts? Bob is something else.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't know. And she's always looking immaculate. I can't imagine. She's always like in the best places, doing the best things. Like, I can't imagine that lifestyle's
all of it's
cheap.
comped, but you wouldn't know how much is in the bank account, I suppose, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
But she's been bumped up to editor-in-chief. No, she is editor-in-chief. She's some sort of content director now.
So the fact that she's still playing some part makes me think that she wouldn't intentionally destroy the reputation.
Sabotage, kind of.
I think there could be, it's either money, mate, or you're right, she thinks this whole like following this extreme amount of money is the next trend. And you know, she was right before with the celeb thing. So who's to say this isn't a sign of things to come?
It's bleak. Madonna was the first celeb in 1989.
I mean, iconic. Do you think in 50 years time, people will be going, Lawrence Sanchez was the first billionaire on there? As if like that's just, you're just going to be able to buy your way to things. Like the Vogue front cover or whatever it is.
But a bit like, no, this is another one, a bit like Ozempic, it loses its shine when it's easily accessible to everybody. Like when, no, it has to be, I mean, maybe it's not like Ozempic at all, but suddenly the thing that's like...
I'm not going to lie, that was a wild card for me as well, Ange, but I thought she's gonna get with it.
But I saw something where it was like, oh, that pursuit of skinny and that being this like holy grail loses its appeal when everybody can do it very easily. And so I'm not suggesting that it's easy to buy a Vogue cover, but like it's easy enough. Look at the hack of her.
No, right, how much do you, right, let's just ballpark figure, because obviously we've got no idea, but how much do you reckon that would cost you?
Well, how much is an advertisement in Vogue?
I don't know. You are
I'm
in fact our correspondent.
Like
so
10K? No, it would be much more than that.
Surely more.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, she's on there now and it'll be framed in her downstairs loo. And I have to say, if I paid for that cover, I'd be raging. Because I don't think it's the one. Like the train is cut off. It's not even in frame.
Yeah.
You can't see her face, which might be intentional. She's hiding the ring. Like the ring is basically the money shot and she doesn't even have it on her because it's shot pre-wedding.
No, I know.
No engagement ring there. No, not for me. Not for me. She looks like she's been choked in that lace. Like she's going to have a moment late in the evening. I mean, I'm sure she has somebody who unbuttons her and it's not Jeff with his scrawny little fingers.
Oh, God.
Mr. Burns. What a creep.
Just really quickly, Orlando Bloom obviously was in attendance. A notable absence was his wife, or
apparently schedule rather than fallout.
do you not just think that's the official line?
Possibly.
Because there's no smoke without a fire. And I hate that we're still so obsessed with like, are they together? Are they working? Whatever. But this is society, so who am I to argue? There's no divorce needed because they aren't married, they're just engaged.
But does that signal then like a long engagement? I always think a long engagement signals security in a relationship rather than, I'm not so sure, let's just elongate this situation.
Yeah, I never thought there was anything untoward about the fact that they weren't married. Like, it's just personal preference, isn't it? They've got a little girl and blah, blah, blah. I think...
Do they have a child?
Yeah, they've got a little girl.
Oh,
so
wow.
Katie's obviously got the little girl, whatever she is. On top of that, and listen, I think I should... like, as a little precursor here, I am not the biggest Katy Perry fan at the minute. I used to be. I loved her. I thought she was punchy and fun in this really like sassy pop girl era. I think she's made some very terrible decisions of late. Gone into space in the knob-shaped rocket, calling it feminism, shite.
With her pal.
With Lawrence Sanchez.
Old Lauren.
I think they working with Dr. Luke, who's an incredibly problematic producer. The list just goes on, right? I think she's having a terrible time. I think her PR is bad. I think her decisions are bad. I think regardless of that, to leave your partner, like, you know, you might be having issues, you might be having problems, but to leave your partner when they're clearly at a low point, I just think is shitty.
Yeah.
I think he needs to, if that was me, right, and I was having a terrible run of it, which let's have it right, in this industry, there are some highs and lows. Like, you do have some grey's knee moments sometimes where you don't do the right thing and the court of public opinion is very cruel and unforgiving, right? If I did a couple of shitty things, granted, I would never hopefully do anything as shitty as that, but an Urkan was like, you know what? You're not hot and popular. You're not cool. Everyone doesn't love you anymore. I'm fucking off to have a twilight stroll with Sydney Sweeney in Venice with this bunch of billionaire bellends.
Yeah, with the world's eyes on me.
I just think that's a real punch in the dick from him.
Yeah.
There was like other ways to navigate this. And if you are having relationship troubles, if you are splitting up, whatever, like, shouldn't that be privately? But then can you have the luxury of privacy when you've lived your life so out loud? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't. This isn't making me love him is what I'm saying.
I don't know that I ever did love him, you know.
Oh, Legolas.
I don't know.
You don't like him as Legolas? A
What?
fucking
As
long
what?
Legolas.
What are you talking about?
When he was a fucking elf.
Legolas.
Legolas.
I was like, Lego lass is not a thing. And if anything, he'd be Lego lad, presumably.
No.
I was like, has he been in the new action?
No, he's got the
Legolas.
Legolas?
Legolas?
Well, someone's saying it wrong. It's not me.
Sapino. Okay, yeah, the little hobbit lad.
Wait, no, man, he was an elf. He was fucking tall and long with lovely ears.
Oh, right. Yeah, but that's probably the guts of 15 years ago. It's probably 20, actually.
Yeah.
Since he's been doing that. And I just think he's done shit all since.
He hasn't
with
been.
his talent and his notoriety. And he's just swanning around there in his cap talking to feckin' Oprah on a run.
Yeah, I mean,
He's not for me.
so basically, are we Team Katie? No,
Oh,
we
God.
can't be.
Well-
That can't be right. Correct me, somebody.
So what's the takeout is he's a bit of a dick for leaving her when she's a bit down and out.
I think, yeah. And I think men leaving women when they're
Go.
no longer useful to them or they're no longer, you know, like really young or really whatever. I think that's a tale as old as time, and I think it's sad. And I thought, we're past it, but clearly we're not, because there it is, playing out in fucking broad daylight in Technicolor. Yeah. If you spot a story that you think we need to hear about, headlines, hot takes, heated debates, even something personal, get in touch.
You can email us, hello@getagriplove.com. We love a little long form email, and you guys are quite the wordsmiths, so keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
That is all for today on Get a Grip.
We'll be back every Thursday, so please hit that follow button so you don't ever miss an ep, because that would just be heartbreaking.
Wouldn't it? Also share the love. There's very little things that you can share for nothing. You can share us.
For now.
For now. In your group chats, family, fur babies, neighbours, enemies. We'll take them all.
The 5-star reviews are rolling in, Ange.
Are they?
Yeah. This one is from Abbees. Nice. It's spelled ABBBBB. Is. I honestly love this podcast. Angela and Vicky are funny, articulate, so likeable, and in touch with reality. That is nice to hear.
#lunchbox.
All the topics are things that you could actually chat to your friends about, whether it's Bluey, periods, or Trump being a Trump. Oh, what a lovely review.
A great review. We'll take all of them. But remember, it's 5 stars.
Or fuck off. See ya.
Bye bye.